The Treaty of Paris. The Battle of Yorktown basically ended the Revolutionary War, although a few minor battles between the British and the colonists occurred over the next 2 years until King George III finally ordered a cease or end to the war. American, French, Spanish, and British representatives met in Paris, France in 1783 to create a peace treaty. Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, and John Jay represented the United States of America. The peace treaty stated that Britain recognized that the 13 colonies were free and independent states, and that Britain no longer had claim to the land or government. It also stated the boundaries for the United States that allowed for expansion to the west. Spain had joined America and France in the war, and they received Florida in the treaty. The prisoners of war on both sides were released, and the treaty stated that loyalists would no longer be persecuted and their property would be returned. Finally, the 13 colonies, the United States of America, were free. Below is a summary on how the end of the Revolution and the Treaty of Paris impacted the groups of Loyalists, Native Americans, and African Americans. Loyalists. Most Loyalists fled to other countries at the end of the Revolution. Loyalists who stayed in the new America, and you could click there on the link in the document that you have. It will give you specific names. For American Indians, none were invited to the Paris of Treaty talks about the land that they claimed and had lived on for many years. They continued to lose millions of acres of tribal land to the new government. For African Americans, most remained enslaved, and this will continue for about another 80 years. Some in the North were freed, but this took years to happen. They began standing up by bringing their culture to America. Furthermore, most of the African Americans found out after the war that the freedom and equality they had fought for did not apply to them. Slavery continued in the United States for over 80 years after the Revolutionary War ended.